Assalamu alaikum Nazreen. I don't know if y'all have noticed, but the world is a pretty friggin' big place. Matter of fact, it's bigger than any of us seem to realize. Like, if you scale down your size to that of like a 1 millimeter ant, the Earth would still be like 6.3 kilometers in length. In other words, if you are an ant, the Earth would be the size of 105 colossal titans stacked on top of each other. Like, even that's hard to picture properly. And that's what this video is about. Earth, with all of its magnitude, has led to concepts that are just crazy beyond comprehension. And as such, I've put together a list, in no particular order, of things that just blow my mind, either through childlike wonder or just from how utterly ridiculous its very concept seems to me. Hope you enjoy. The first thing that just leaves me fried every time I think about it is the concept of Sonder. Not Brent Fayez. I'm talking about the realization that every person you walk by lives a life of their own, which is just as real, vivid, and complex as ours. Like, do you realize how mad that is? Like, there are really people out here living their own lives that we have no idea about. Like, bro, you're telling me that my closest friends, my day ones, are out here going on side quests? Without me? I got a friend who moved way up north and works as a janitor and gets into fights with his greedy boss. Meanwhile, I'm down here recording YouTube videos in my bedroom during my winter break. I've done, seen, and experienced things that other people never will, and vice versa. Other people are living even crazier, doing things you couldn't even dream of. And some of us are watching One Piece. 1,000 episodes? Are you kidding me? All of this is made even crazier when you take into account the frickin' ridiculous size of Earth's population. This is why we don't seem to have any original experiences. There's too damn many of us. 8 billion, billion people out there living their own lives right this second. Each with their own interests, experiences, beliefs, struggles, friends, families, heartbreaks, journeys, hopes, dreams, fetishes. Like, I could never fathom the amount of diversity in the world, and that just blows my mind. As I write this video, there's someone else who, at the same time, is waking up at 6 a.m. to make their daily hike to find some water. Someone who just met the love of their life. Someone who immigrated to a new country, killed a person, got heartbroken, got mauled by a bear in the woods. Hopefully that didn't all just happen to one person though, cause yeah. Next thing I can't wrap my head around? Urinals. Why do they exist? Someone woke up one day and was like, what if I took a toilet and made it infinitely worse? This contraption is almost as useless as your mom's bed frame. There's no clean way to use a urinal. Your pee will splash back when you use this, ruining your pants for all of eternity. In 4,000 years, the whole world could be destroyed from nuclear fallout, and a futuristic alien civilization will find your pants in the remains and be like,
Ugh! Why does this thing smell like piss?
When you're using a urinal, all you can really do is stand there and hope that the damage isn't too bad. Those sponge things do nothing besides make the urinal smell better as the pee splashes back on you. Doesn't help when it gets on your pants though. And okay, say you want to stand further back so that the aforementioned pee doesn't permanently mar your clothes. Whoops, now the guy next to you seen your 1 millimeter defeater. I do not want to have to stand next to another man as I'm peeing! They have those useless ass barriers too, as if they do anything.
Damn. Fuck.
Wow! I like your pee-pee! One time in grade 1, I went to the washroom and just saw a whole turd sitting in the urinal. It stuck with me to this day. It's like, bro, why? The toilets are right there. Anyways, this brings me to the worst part about urinals. We already have better mechanisms for peeing! Just do what you do for the women's bathrooms and trade these useless piss reflectors for more stalls! Why do these things exist? You Westerners are so nasty! And while we're on the subject, you should get yourself one of these too. Like, that dry piece of tissue paper is not doing you any favors, my guy. I can smell you from a mile away. Okay, rant over. Next up is cars. Like, what even are those? How do they work? You press a pedal and a bunch of chunks of metal clash together and car go vroom! How? That shit is some black magic, I tell you. Oh, there's an engine. It controls the motor functions of the car by burning gas and turning it into heat. Lies! It's witchcraft! You mean to tell me that with that same gas that it's burning, it's able to work as an AC to cool the car too? Create a Bluetooth connection? Move without a horse? Get out of town, bro. Bro, even those keys. How? How can I lock my car by pushing a button on this tiny ass key? Also, have y'all noticed that those keys never run out of battery despite being completely wireless? Why don't we have that kind of technology in our phones? Why do I need to charge my phone, Tim Cook? I realize I'm making it very obvious that I've never taken an auto class or watched a YouTube video about cars ever. And so I kind of just take it for granted how much of an engineering marvel these things are. I have a hard time even telling some models apart, and my friends are just like, bro, that's a Honda GTR Fart Rover Series X. And I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever you say, bro. Okay, now, switching gears. Next up on the list is nihilism. Specifically, the kind of nihilism that people use as an excuse to hate on others for no reason. Oh, we're all just a speck of cosmic dust on a big rock in an endless void, so that makes it okay for me to be a loser with no hopes or aspirations. Boy, if you don't shut your dumb ass up. We get it, kiddo. You're 13 years old, you watch Fight Club for the first time, and you think you're Tyler Durden, and that hating the world somehow makes you cool and unique. Now allow me to be the first to tell you how stupid you look, because not even Fight Club believes in that philosophy. Okay, so look. If y'all couldn't tell already by the intro, I am a Muslim, alhamdulillah. So I have the luxury of always having a higher purpose that I can strive towards. But even without that, I don't see how you can look at that kind of defeatist mindset as anything other than pathetic. You're really telling me that since life has no meaning, you're gonna cry about it? Take zero accountability or steps towards bettering yourself? Like, newsflash, kiddo, we all know how tiny we are. If anything, the idea that nothing matters should be a reason to live life to the fullest. Have a good time before you end up turning into fertilizer. This is why I can sort or rock with optimistic nihilism, at least to a reasonable extent, just because they actually use their perceived insignificance as an advantage rather than a hindrance. Because imagine having such limited and fleeting time in this world, being aware of that, and spending that time being upset over something you can't control. Or worse yet, bringing down other people trying to make them as miserable as you. Being edgy is easy, but what takes true guts is to care about something, because then you'll truly have something to lose. Anyways, this brings me to the last topic on this list. The thing that I cannot wrap my head around, no matter how hard I try, in spite of endless research, analysis, and deliberation. Women. There's no way those actually exist in real life, right?